What's going on everybody, it's your boy Mr. Was and welcome to a new series on my channel where I'll be grinding 10 hours doing a certain skill, PvM related or just anything in general, and at the end of the video I'll be showing you how much I make. So make sure you leave a comment down below and give me some ideas what I can do for 10 hours, I always like to see your feedback. Also if you're new to my channel then click on that subscribe button and click on the bell and turn on them notifications. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Today I'll be killing Revenants for 10 hours and at the end of the video you'll see how much I've made. Hopefully I don't get PK'd too much today, and if I do get PKs on me then I'll show you what happens just for entertainment purposes. As we all know, the Revenant cave is a hot spot for PKs, so be careful what items you take with you. As always I'll do some commentary, just letting you know how I've been getting on and if I've had any decent drops. And also I'll be talking to you about my gear setup and just talking about Revenants in general. Okay, so I had a feeling this video would take longer than usual, just because I'm at Revs and you know what Revs are like with PKs and stuff. But if I had my own world where people was protecting me, then I would have uploaded this video a lot sooner, and of course I would have made a lot more money. So these Revenants range from level 7, which is the Imp, up to level 155, which is the Dragon. The other Revenants I didn't mention is the level 15 Goblin, the level 52 Pythons, level 60 Goblin, 82 Cyclops, 90 Hellhound, 98 Demon, 105 Orc, 120 Dark Beast and a 126 Knight. So there's a variety of Revenants to kill in the caves. So as you can see I'm wearing basic gear. The only thing that is expensive that I'm taking with me is the crossbow. This requires 1000 FR in order to activate the bow, and then an additional FR to do any form of damage to the Revenants or any wilderness monster for that matter. I'll normally put in around 250 FR. The bow gives an additional 50% range accuracy and damage boost, which is amazing when attacking any monsters in the wilderness. This is consuming 1 FR per attack whether I hit or not, so that's a very good ranged weapon, but it is very expensive. And one very important item is the Bracelet of Ephraim. Reason is because it makes me immune to damage from the Revenants with 1 charge being used per attack. Only problem is that this will be lost on death all the time, even if you protect items, so it can be a bit annoying if you keep getting PK'd, as the bracelet is around 40k on its own without being charged. I also have the Salve Amulet imbued on, and with that it increases damage and accuracy in ranged and magic by 20%, whilst attacking undead monsters, i.e. Revenants. This is an addition of the 20% boost to attack and strength that's already provided by the Salve Amulet, so it's a very important item if you want to kill these revs efficiently. I was also playing around with the bolts I was using. I was switching between the Diamond Boltsy and the Dragonstone Boltsy, but I think as the hours went on I thought the Dragonstone Boltsy was slightly better in my opinion. Also you've got to have your quick prayers on, especially protect item for obvious reasons. I'm not going to use rigor too much as it drains your prayer so fast, but I will flick the prayer here and there so it doesn't drain my prayer compared to if I had it on at all times. But rigor is really good, pretty much against any monster, so I will be using that more often than not. Also I'm using a preserve spell. This makes your stats last a lot longer compared to if you had it off. This doesn't drain your prayer that much. I would compare this to the protect item spell, so it drains very slowly. So this isn't a must, but it is optional, and I think it's a really good idea if you want to stay at revs for a long time. And in my inventory I have a variety of items. I have the combo food, sharks and crambuans, some prayer pots, a couple of ranging pots, 2 staminas just in case I get TB'd from PKs and I need to run away, and because I have the agility level which is 89 I can jump the gap south of the caves, which a lot of players cannot do. Also I have a Phoenix necklace. Now this is a great item to take with you if you're killing revs, because it automatically restores your hit points by 30% if it drops below 20% of the maximum HP, which is really good. They only have 1 use, so maybe take 2 or 3 just to be on the safe side. We have the looting bag as well, which is like another inventory in effect, so I can store more items. This can only be used in the wilderness, and also a teleport out, which is really important for obvious reasons. So I've got the Grand Sea Pod. And we have the high alch runes. Now they drop a lot of alchable stuff like the Dragon Longsword, DDS, rune plate bodies, etc. I would use a rune pouch, but as I'm in the wilderness I don't really want to lose 1.2 mil, so I took runes instead. Now as I said, I would like to stay south of the Revenant cave, as you can use your Royal Sea Pod to tele out, which is 30 wilderness, just in case PKs come along. So make sure you have 1 eye on the revs and 1 eye on the PKs, because they can be very quick and very sneaky. and also they come in big groups, so be careful. And as I mentioned earlier, if you get TB'd, I can run across the agility shortcut, which is right next to me, where I'm killing the revs, and the shortcut requires 18 on agility, so I can run away to safety. That's if the other PKs don't have the same agility level as well. Now you do get a lot of scouts here. Now what I mean by that is you get people wearing no gear whatsoever most of the time, and they are very low level, and they just roam around the rev cave just to see if there's anyone killing the revenants, which then the scout will tell the PKs to jump to a specific world, and then I think you know the rest. But on the plus side to all this, the Revenants do drop really good items that are worth a lot of money, and it doesn't matter which Revenants you attack, even if it is the Imps level 7, the drop rates are slightly different per monster, but I will show you a picture of what rare items they can drop. Now, on the rarity section it shows you the drop rates of each item, but these rates all depend if you're skulled or not. So basically if you're skulled killing the revs, then there's more chance of you getting the rare items. So for example the Ancient Relic, which is priced at a whopping 16 mil. Now this is a drop rate in 1 in 8,000, that's if you're unskulled. But if you are skulled, the drop rate is only 1 in 2,800. But obviously if PKs see someone skulled in the caves compared to someone who isn't skulled, the one that is skulled is more likely to get attacked, and the player has more risk of losing their items, hence why the drop rates are so different. So have a look at these items the revs drops, which are more rarer than the other ones that I just showed you. Now as you can see, if you are skulled, the drop rate is still high, 1 in 14,000, but if you are not skulled, it's 1 in 40,000, which is pretty much going to be impossible to get these rare items unless you're extremely lucky. Okay, so enough jibber jabber about the revs and drop rates, etc. I do take breaks here and there where I need to log off, grab some snacks, go to the toilet, the usual stuff. But I do like killing revs, even though it has its downsides, especially if you're killing them with your friends. When I used to go there back in the day with some friends of mine, we used to do a little thing where we take a melee set in our inventory, another person could take a mage set, just in case people want to decide to crash us. So it can be fun at times if we just switch our gear and start attacking them, and obviously it gets fun until you die, of course. So I've been doing this for around 3 hours now, and as you probably expected, I had to hop a bunch of worlds just because of PKs, but I have been getting around 300 to 400k per trip, which is not too bad. I think I made a bit of a mistake here. I don't think I tallied quick enough, or maybe I was just running into my fate where I was just going to die no matter what. As you can see, I've got barriers, I've got D-speed, I've got everything, so not much I could have done there. I just decided to report the guy. That's the only thing I could have done instead of just typed back to him because I died too quick. So there you go, offensive language, and hopefully he gets banned, but I doubt it. So now I'm going to have to get my looting bag back, which I'll be going to the wilderness, killing these hellhounds. And if you're killing monsters level 100 plus, you get in a drop rate of 1 in 3, which is really good. So I got the looting bag pretty quickly, and now I can just gear up and go back. Okay, so I got my looting bag, I geared all up, and this happens.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Yep, I died again, so it's back to the Hellhounds to grab another looting bag and re-gear, and hopefully I don't die 3 times in a row. So we have hit the halfway mark, 5 hours, and I haven't had any rare items as of yet. I've also switched my crossbow out for the rune crossbow, just so I can skull up and not worrying if I do die. I'd rather lose 10k for the rune crossbow than losing 8 mil for my crossbow. I'm actually hitting really high with the crossbow, hitting a lot of 40s and the occasional 50s in there as well. But just been gathering a lot of ether, runes and some alchemical items as well. I don't think there was a time where I was in this cave longer than 10 minutes without tellying, it's really annoying. as I've had to hot weld about 1,000,000 times, as you'd probably understand. Also, I kept losing my skull. Obviously I wanted to skull up just so I can get more chance of the rare items, but where I kept teleporting, hopping worlds, eventually the skull just disappeared, which is quite annoying. So I just wanted to stay in one world and just get as many kills as I can before obviously any PKs come. So yeah, it was a little bit annoying, so I wasn't hitting the drop rates all the time. So I was trying to keep my skull up as much as possible, but you know, there's not much you can do in this Rev Cave. Once again, I got TB'd pretty much instantly when these guys logged in, and I got completely destroyed by their ballistas. They entangled me or snared me, whatever they done. Also, I forgot about my prayer as well, and I lost my assembler, which isn't too much of a problem because I have Vorkath heads in the bank. I would have been more annoyed if I lost my Salve amulet, as I would have had to go to Nightmare Zone for a few hours to get all the points again. And also, this is why I didn't sky with my crossbow for that reason. And I have to get another looting bag. I know you feel, mate. Okay, we are coming up to 9 hours of revs. I almost quit at 2 hours, to be honest, just because of the PKs and just telling 1,000,000 times. This is so horrible to do this solo. This is why you should have some friends with you to do this, just for some extra protection, and it's obviously a little bit more fun. There's me trying to finish my loot from 10-hour video, and of course right near the end I bump into so many teams along the way. Have a look at this. We are 15 minutes away from completing the 10 hours of Revenants. I can't believe I've made it this far, to be honest. I've got a couple of my friends coming along as well for the last 15 minutes just to kill some revs with me and maybe kill a couple of people along the way. Here's one of my friends. I expected him to be in some form of gear to kill the revs, but one, he forgot the bracelet, and two, he just wanted to get rid of people for me, so he just decided to attack everyone and make them leave. Eventually did help me attack the revs, but still not sure how he survived that long without the bracelet.
Well, mate, so far, mate.
Let's have a look. But in the end, he got PK'd. So eventually my other friend came along, and for the last few minutes of my loot from 10 hours, we decided to kill someone just for the finale. Yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah, okay, 3. Are we ready with the DDS, okay? Done?
Wait, DDS?
He's going to teleport though, that's the only problem.
Yeah, he will, but then you will get
Go on,
loot.
go on.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, big hit!
He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
Why is he running that way?
So,
Oh, he's dead. And we actually got some decent loot from him. So there we go, guys. I'm quite disappointed I didn't get a single rare item. It just shows how hard it is to get, or maybe I'm just unlucky. But I'm going to sell everything in the Grand Exchange now, and let's see how much we have made in 10 hours. Okay guys, here we are with all the loot from 10 hours of Revenants. It doesn't look a lot seeing as it's all in one inventory, but let's sell the items and let's see what we get. And there we have it, guys. We have made 24.8 mil. Now, as I said before, I didn't get any of the rare drops, which is a shame, but 24 mil isn't too bad at all, which is an average of 2.5 mil per hour, so it could have been better with the rare drops, but it doesn't matter. I did die around 3 or 4 times, so minus around 500k or so, which gives us an overall profit of 24.3 mil, which is not too bad. So there we go guys, the grind is over. If you like the video, give this a thumbs up, comment down below on what other 10-hour video I should do, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon.